So romance isn't a big thing in Tokyo Ghoul. It's quite weird to see love and romance protrude in the Tokyo Ghoul universe, considering that the story itself is one big tragedy. The atmosphere of the story is very dark and emotional, and seeing love poke through that deep, dark, emotional atmosphere of the series is a little bit weird, and we very rarely see it. However, over the past couple of months, love and romance has been protruding all that little bit more into the series. So romance is a very specific trait that only certain people want. Sometimes it can really make a series and add a nice new element, a nice new twist to the entirety of the story. And on the other hand, it could potentially ruin a story and could potentially end all future character developments for good. However, there is 3 characters at the moment in Tokyo Ghoul Re that have some sort of emotional connection or love, I should say, to our main character, Kaneki. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't see Kaneki dating any of these women anytime soon. However, Kaneki has shown us that he cares very deeply for a certain couple of female characters in the series, and he holds them in high regards. Now, the first character we are looking at is obviously Toka. Toka has been there since the beginning, and she's always been a love interest for Kaneki in the original Tokyo Ghoul manga. However, like I said, romance is not really pursued in the actual series. Kaneki never really tries to chase after love or chase after a romance because obviously he's too busy getting tortured and losing his mind and turning into a psychopath killer. He doesn't really have time for love, obviously. However, Toka has grown to become a very weird character in Tokyo Ghoul Re. She, in my opinion, has backstepped from her original character in the original Tokyo Ghoul manga. She was quite a strong and independent woman in the first series, but in Tokyo Ghoul Re, however, in my opinion, she has kind of stepped down from that, especially because Ishida hasn't really used her as of lately, which is probably the biggest impact on why I feel like she's stepped back. But also Kaneki is trying to keep her safe, which kind of belittles her character because we all know Toka has gone through a bit of character development as of late, and she's gained a bit of power. She's not tremendously powerful like Takizawa or Kaneki or whatever, but she can still hold her own. However, Kaneki holds her in high regards and basically orders her to stay behind regarding missions of sorts. Her character's not really getting used. She's kind of just chilling there, and she's slowly turning into this love interest that seems like she is slowly starting to pursue. So it's only a matter of time until Kaneki and Toka actually sit down and have a generally nice discussion, because they hardly ever talk to each other. The distance between them is incredible. However, Toka holds Kaneki in such high regard. In the most recent chapter, she basically confessed her love for him, which is kind of the first time we've ever seen that. So sooner or later, Kaneki and Toka are definitely going to connect. Now, the second character is Hinami. Similar to Toka, she doesn't really get much panel time either. However, we know that she holds Kaneki in also very high regards. At first, it kind of started off as a mentor relationship where she looked at Kaneki as a mentor or a teacher or even an older brother, I should say. It's probably more accurate. She had a lot of respect for Kaneki in the original series. Now, as she's grown older, she's matured as a woman. She finds herself having a love interest for Kaneki and wants to protect him, and she is very powerful. I want to say she's more powerful than Toka. However, I haven't been keeping my eye on Hinami, as bad as that may sound, so I'm not entirely sure. It's kind of just a hunch at this point. So you guys let me know if Hinami is actually stronger than Toka. Plus, we haven't really seen the true progression of both Toka and Hinami. We've seen a little bit from Hinami, obviously, using her abilities and how far she has gone in the Kokula prison. But other than that, there's still a lot of progression for both characters. At the moment, Hinami sits in a weird position because Akira has finally come back into the picture. She has a very big resentment, obviously, towards Akira because what she'd done. And obviously, Kaneki holds Akira in high regards because he thinks of her as a motherly figure, someone that he highly respects, a tutor, a mentor, everything along the sorts. So there's a little bit of a bridge that's being created between Kaneki, Akira, and Hinami because of Akira and Hinami's situation, basically. So, but she keeps chugging along in the background. Hopefully, we see a lot more of her character going up against Toka and kind of somewhat battling it out, at least for the affection of Kaneki at some point. Now, the third and final character is Matsuki. Obviously, as of recently, Matsuki has pretty much dove off the deep end. She's basically cuckoo at this point, but it was made very profound to us as readers that she has Kaneki as a love interest in her eyes. Now, this could bring up some very interesting scenarios for the whole love relationship situation. Matsuki is unstable, without a doubt. If she ever were to face Kaneki at this point, I think she would create a very big rift in his group between definitely Toka and Hinami. I think to a point where she is so unstable that she may even try and kill Toka and Hinami if she ever found out that those other girls had some sort of affection towards Kaneki. Now, this doesn't have to be blatantly shown to us as a love romance situation, which is kind of the beauty of Tokyo Ghoul. Matsuki is a very expandable character at the moment. She can really go in any direction that she pleases, especially with her mentality tripping up, and obviously she's just emotionally emotionally unstable at this point. It would be interesting to see her interaction with Kaneki as some sort of love figure, because she'd be very crazy about him if she ever were to confront him. And then you can imagine Toka and Hinami's situation and their reaction to Matsuki. So all in all, the love situation in Tokyo Ghoul is a little bit weird. It's a topic that's not really talked about because of the nature of the series, obviously. Now, for me personally, I don't really mind about this whole love situation. I don't think Ishida is going to play on it to a full extent, you know, evolves around an arc of some sort. I think it's just going to be something that sits on the surface, and it may become some sort of itch in the future that gets played out upon by maybe Matsuki or Toka kind of cracking the jar open. I have one more character on this list, just an honorable mention, and that is Tsukiyama. Tsukiyama, I wouldn't say has love for Kaneki, but he's definitely obsessed. Obsessed to the point where you'd think he'd love Kaneki as a character. These two have a love-hate relationship, to be honest. They've known each other for a very, very long time. Thinking of where Kaneki and Tsukiyama met, the situation they met, scenario, literally destroyed Kaneki. But if you look at them now, they're currently working with each other very closely. You know, Tsukiyama is basically like the right-hand man to Kaneki at the moment, and you know, they have this cutesy little relationship going on where Tsukiyama is so passionate about Kaneki and his morals at the moment. It's a typical Tsukiyama thing. Obviously, I have to give him the honorable mention. So I want to know what you guys think about the whole love concept. Do you think they're going to play on the love relationship situation later on down the line? Is it going to be like a main thing maybe? Or do you think it's going to stay kind of in the background, kind of pop up here and there for the purpose of Toka character development or something like that? So with that being said, I'm actually going to end the video off here. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.